Welcome everyone to another theme park hotel review. I'm Caleb Kent, your theme park hotel critic. Today's review will be all about Disney's Riviera Resort. I recently got to stay at this property in the second half of May, and here are my thoughts. Before we get started, here are some fun facts about the property. It has 300 villas, it is 104 acres in size, it's a Disney Vacation Club resort, and officially completes my credit for all the Walt Disney World Resort hotels. I know. Thank you all very much. I'm just so grateful that I made it there. But about that later. Stay tuned after the review for a special message from me to you, the viewers. But as for now, let's get on with the video. The theme of this property is inspired after the French Riviera and Italian Riviera, which was based on Walt Disney's love and admiration for Europe. And given how impressively neat this resort is, I can definitely see the charm that was put into this place. I was already excited to stay here, but just walking around the resort for the first time kinda struck me, as I saw just how nice this place really is beyond first glimpses. And with nothing else to add before starting, let's begin the review. When you first arrive at the resort's porte cochere for the lobby, you'll be endeared by the European design of the property, as well as all the palm trees. In between the pathway from the driveway to the lobby are water fountains. That alone is a great detail to introduce you to the resort, as well as enhance your experience for your stay here. And as you step inside to check in, you'll be greeted by a quite small but no less fancy lobby. The most subtle to the not so subtle designs and nods inside fully set the vibe for the theme of the property. The furniture all around here in this lobby looks classy, and the ring lights above in the center is no doubt a great touch. On the left side is the resort's gift shop for merchandising. And shout out to the cast members working there that decided to give me this celebration pin when I shared with them that this was my last Walt Disney World Resort hotel. Really appreciate it. Right by the gift shop is a bakery shop that has a quiet lounge right behind it. At the end of the lobby is a giant window overlooking the exterior, with a staircase to the first level. And this staircase is pretty nifty for the theme. On the first level is a hallway that takes you to the resort's mobile order restaurant. Also, this hallway has posters of Disney movies from foreign-speaking countries in Europe. And that's about it for the interior, really. It's not much, but it really does look good, and it's a great introduction for the immersion of your stay. Walking outside from that stairway is the resort's exterior. Along with all the subtle European architecture for the building, this property has a quite picturesque look thanks to its scenery and calming atmosphere. I would say the palm trees really do play the biggest role in all of it. This front courtyard piece is pretty nice, with the pathways and bushes, as well as the trimmed trees and shuffleboard. The grass section in front of the lobby is especially a neat addition for the theme. Right next to the courtyard is the Beau Soleil pool. On top of this pool being the quiet pool for the resort, it has grand sights of the resort building and the Disney Skyliner around it, which definitely enhances your experience here. The other pool, located at the end of the courtyard, is the Riviera pool. This pool is a bit larger and also has some nice viewpoints of the resort building. But in addition to that, it has a water slide designed to replicate an ancient European stone tower, with rockwork. You also get viewpoints of the lake and the Disney Skyliner as well. Overall, this pool area is really nice and a great way to relax. There's also a nicely made mini water park beside it. So right next to the property is Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, and the resort actually has a mini beach area at the end of the East Wing Tower. But all around at the end of the courtyard and pools are walkways against the water, where you can sit down, relax, and enjoy the views of the Disney Skyliner and Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. And from certain points at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, you get good angles and views of the property. Back outside in the West Wing Tower area is a nice little garden piece. Right in front is the underpass to the Disney Skyliner. This underpass not only has water fountains, it also has mosaic murals of London from the movie Peter Pan, and Tangled with the tower and the kingdom with the floating lights. That feature alone is so cool, especially since it goes over you in the underpass. Other things offered here for recreation include campfire activities and movies under the stars. This resort isn't exactly huge, but it has amazing sights thanks to the decorations, water, landscaping, and the architecture. Plus, the relatively high stories the resort building has especially plays a role in your experience. And you'll be immersed into the European vibes and styles of the Riviera that captivated Walt Disney. When it comes to dining, you got a few picks. That quick service mobile order restaurant on level 1 is known as Primo Piatto, with some standard and European dishes. Right beside it outside is the pool bar, named Bar Riva. It has a few entrees and shareables along with the drink selections. That bakery shop in the lobby is Le Petit Café, which serves out coffee and pastries. That lounge it has is active after 3 p.m. for alcoholic beverages. And lastly, on level 10 in the East Wing Tower is Topolino's Terrace, Flavors of the Riviera. In the morning, it acts as the breakfast character dining. In the evening, it acts as a signature dining experience. Serving French and Italian cuisines, this restaurant overlooks the resort, as well as the Disney Skyliner and Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. I didn't get to experience it, but maybe next time when I stay here again one day. But it certainly looks lavish from the floor to the ceiling. No! Also, while using Google Translate for the script of this review, I found out that Topolino is actually Italian for Mickey Mouse. And that's it for dining here. If you are looking for more variety in dining, then Disney Springs it is. The property is located close by to Epcot in Disney's Hollywood Studios. When getting to Disney Springs, Disney's Magic Kingdom, and Disney's Animal Kingdom, the resort offers Disney bus transportation outside at the front of the resort to get you there. Now, when getting to Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios, the resort conveniently has access to the Disney Skyliner. When heading over to Epcot, enter on the inner side of the station, and when heading over to Disney's Hollywood Studios, enter on the outer side of the station. This will take you to the transfer station to the Skyliner over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Also, you get good skyline views of the property from the Skyliner. Overall, the location here really is great and definitely convenient. And now, the villas. For the selection of villas to reserve, the resort offers a deluxe studio, a 1-bedroom villa, and a 2-bedroom villa, all 3 of which come with either a resort view type or a preferred view type. The resort also has a tower studio and a 3-bedroom grand villa to reserve. And the 2-bedroom villa preferred view is the one I booked, so I could get a good idea for this resort's villas. When taking the elevators to your level, you'll be greeted with mirrors inside with fancy patterns on them. As you walk down the hallways, you'll notice artistic pictures of various Disney characters. As you walk through the hallway and reach your villa, you'll step inside and...
Disney, you really need to fix these keys. This is ridiculous.
Seriously, Disney. This has happened not once, but twice now. Anyway, when you get inside your villa, you'll be welcomed inside by European luxury. This villa is a bit different than the typical DVC layout at other properties. But most importantly, the elegance of the Riviera mixed with the style of Disney is found all around inside. Directly in front of you when you first walk inside is the kitchen, which has a pretty simple design for it. But the half-booth kitchen table is great, with the patterns on the chairs and European coastal city drawings on the cushion of the booth. There is also a Ratatouille painting with Remy and a fancy light above the table. Down at the end is the living room. The living room has a steel blue couch with pillow decor and 2 ottoman chairs. Against the couch are pictures of Mickey and Minnie and Beauty and the Beast, and on the ceiling is a glass chandelier light. The carpet has a great ornament going for it, and the curtain has an opulent pigment on it. The first bedroom, accessed in the side hallway by the front door, has 2 queen beds. The European mood in here is great and really gets you settled into here nicely. The elegant wood design for the headboard, especially with the Mickey head, is a huge factor with the vibe. And the bedside lights add to it too. The picture on the wall has a French poster of Minnie Mouse, and the curtain also has an opulent pigment of the R's in Riviera Resort. Now the bathroom not only has fancy tiles, but has not 1, but 2 showers. The one next to the sink is a tub shower, and the one next to the toilet is a walk-in shower. And right by the door is a Riviera painting. On the other side of the hallway is a closet for cleaning and ironing, and a mini washer and dryer for laundry. By the living room is where you access the second bedroom. This bedroom has 1 king bed, and the grand European look is displayed on the headboard of the bed, with the blue cushions in wooden outline. Also in this bedroom is a desk beside the bed with a mirror in front, and on the other side by the window is an ottoman chair with a picture of the Aristocats at the resort. This bedroom really is stupendous. Attached to the bedroom is a bathtub and wide sink area, and it's pretty sweet. Plus, the ceiling light is cool. And in case that wasn't enough, there's also the bathroom with another sink and walk-in shower. And in this bathroom is a picture based on the movie The Princess and the Frog. You can also access this bathroom via the front hallway. Oh, the couch in the living room converts into a double bed, and the stand below the living room TV pulls down into a twin bed, accommodating 3 extra people.
Off to Neverland!
The background against the double pullout displays the kids and Peter Pan flying, and the background against the twin pullout shows Mickey and Pluto relaxing on a European coastal city. Now, this villa is already amazing, but what made mine even better for my stay were the views. Each bedroom has a balcony to step outside onto, and the king bedroom balcony can be accessed from the living room. Also, just for the record, all villas on level 1 have patios. But as for me, my villa was on level 8, and had outlooks of the resort's courtyard, the pool, the resort building, the lake, the Disney Skyliner, and Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. This type of view really enhanced my experience for my stay, and boy was it breathtaking, and especially at night, where the exterior is lit up. This villa really was spectacular. It's got luxury, it's got space, it's got charm, and it's got the European setting that inspired so many stories Disney is known and famous for. You are pretty much guaranteed to have a great time staying in these villas. Overall, nothing during my stay was bad and everything went well. But that being said, the word economical is not exactly the word I would use to describe this place. In total with taxes and fees, my stay here at this resort set me back $1,411.31. And this is with 40% off thanks to the pass holder discount. Disney's Old Key West Resort and Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa, both of which are also DVC, cost me half that price when I stayed at those 2 properties, if not less. Yes, this place really is grand and elegant, but the prices are just very high. Because it's Disney, I understand why it's so pricey, but at the same time, a lot of people argue it's too expensive. And something else I want to add is that the demand to stay here is so high it's basically almost impossible to book here, and it also explains why the rates are through the roof. It took me 1.5 years to finally stay here, once I started making reviews on the Walt Disney World Resort hotels for YouTube. But that's really the only things to complain about. It's expensive and it's difficult to reserve. I had a very great experience, and I'm glad to have stayed at this property as my last Walt Disney World Resort hotel that I've been to. And despite the prices, you'll still have a magnificent time. In conclusion, if you are looking for a Disney World Resort property with luxury, calming and immersive vibes, easy access to Epcot or Disney's Hollywood Studios, delightful and nice villas, and just an exceptional resort to stay at, this will be a good choice. But if you are on a smaller budget or want to stay in a different area at Disney World, then I'd recommend looking into the other Disney World Resort hotels. This DVC resort is outstanding and captivating, and actually felt like a real Disney property instead of a resort that replicates homes or apartments, such as Disney's Old Key West Resort or Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa. I was impressed with the art here and all the other subtle things that help immense the theme. My list of Disney World Resort properties is officially now all checked off, and I cannot be more grateful for it. This resort was just terrific. The exterior has amazing scenery and designs. The architecture is pretty spot on. The pool areas are very neat. The views of the surrounding areas are beautiful. The interior is classy, and the villas are just wonderful. Is this my favorite Disney World property? No. Is this resort overrated? Maybe. I think that's all up to subjectivity. Would I want to stay here again? Oh, absolutely. But the prices would draw me away from reserving another stay at this moment in my life. That being said, I can assure that based on my stay, this resort is very enjoyable and you will have a fabulous experience if you stay here. And since this resort was my last property at Disney World to check off and review, and it's themed to Europe, I'd like to reference what Anton Ego says at the end of the film Ratatouille, because why not?
The bitter truth we critics must face is that in the grand scheme of things, the average piece of junk is probably more meaningful than our criticism, designating it so.
And so, after everything I've said, Disney's Riviera Resort gets a final score of 95 out of 100. Hey everyone! So, as you can see, I'm dressed up right now. Hope you like the fit check. I don't know how I feel right now. I did it! I stayed at all the Disney World properties. It's kind of crazy how this whole thing started. So, for those of you that do not know anything about this channel or haven't really kept in touch or don't know the lore, I guess. After I graduated high school, I moved down to Florida. I've always wanted to know what did I want to do for content creation. And so I've decided to stick with vlogs ever since I made that Disneyland vlog when I went in 2021 for Thanksgiving, on the week of Thanksgiving. And when I put that together, I made into a vlog as for personal use. Because I made this during high school, and I kind of had an idea that this was possibly something that I wanted to do. And then after I graduated high school, I went on my last trip in California before I moved to Florida here. And it was with my friends, and I recorded it all on my phone, and it was a vlog of me and my friends at Six Flags Magic Mountain. And then I filmed myself when I moved to Florida, and then I made that into the vlogs. And then I get an editor, I edit the videos, I make it into vlogs, I upload it to YouTube, I start making more and more and more. And then that eventually extended into some comedy skits, and then some other random videos. Like, it just kind of just took off from there. And then I kept on trying to like come up with ideas because I was kind of just running out. And then once I stayed at Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside in 2023, I made that into a video. I decided to make a review on it, even though I made a review on the Hard Rock Hotel at Universal, but it was the Riverside, I think, where I was like, okay, I kind of have something. And then once I stayed at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort and then made it into the style that I did, that's where I kind of saw the shift, where I was like, okay, I think I got something now. I think I got something. And then once I did that, then I started making more and more and more and more. And keep in mind, this was back when my channel was not about the theme park hotels. This was just Caleb Kent, or Not Superman, when I was making random video after random video, from vlogs to comedy skits to now the hotel reviews. And then down the road, I kept on getting more views about the hotel reviews, and a lot of people were starting to like it. Running out of ideas for the other videos, so I decided to abandon all those other videos and stick with these hotel reviews specifically. Let me tell you, ever since I've started making reviews on the Disney World properties, I've seen a lot of tremendous change in my life. Like, a spiritual shift in me, and it's insane to think about how, like, it kind of all pretty much started with the beginning of staying at the hotels at Disney and then making reviews on them. Like, there was a spiritual shift going along all throughout that process. And I like to travel a lot, and when I came back from Portland, Oregon in 2023, and keep in mind, this was at the very start of 2024. After that trip, I didn't leave Florida until a year later. And because I was focused on those hotel reviews, and I felt like I was going at something, but that also kind of meant I wasn't going to see a bunch of family or friends for a while. And I do think that it was good for me to do the hotel reviews, but at the same time, I feel like I was kind of leaving people behind, I guess, in life. But also throughout that process, I was also just having a spiritual shift in me this entire time. And I feel like I probably should have let you guys know, even though, you know, this is about the hotel reviews, but there was a huge spiritual shift that was going through me in that process. There's been a lot of good times, a lot of good moments, but there's also been a bunch of rough moments. And especially during the Walt Disney World Swan review and the Boardwalk Villas review, there was a bunch of stuff going on in my mind mentally during that time. You know, it's hard, but just like the song Oldie Station by 21 Pilots, when darkness rolls on you, you just push on through. And that's what I did. And now after completing all the hotel reviews here, it's insane, because not a lot of people get to do the things that I do. Not a lot of people can stay at these hotels, and especially like to stay at every single Disney World property. This is not something that a lot of people can say that they've done. I want to be humble myself. I don't want to have this prideful, arrogant attitude where I go out to people where I'm like, oh, I deserve X, Y, and Z because of A, B, and C. I don't want to do that. I'm very fortunate for everything that I've had. That's not something to take granted for. I'm just so grateful, I guess. I thank God for all of that, really. I've been blessed with so much. I've had a rough childhood, but you know what? I feel like I've been overcompensated with the life that I'm living and the life that I'm about to have, actually. And now, just for the record, I know this was my last Disney World property, but that does not mean that I'm done. Because I still have all the extended DVC properties, like the villas at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort and Spa, for example, or the ones at the Grand Floridian. Those properties, they still need to get done. And there's also the Walt Disney World Swan Reserve and the Walt Disney World Dolphin Hotel, but that's not Disney properties, or they're not operated nor owned by Disney, so they don't count. It's really just the Disney properties that I knocked off now.
and I'm grateful for it. And it's kind of crazy how I really do think that, you know, God really has been working in my life. I remember when I was a kid and I came back home from Disney World, and I had a great experience, and then, because I was living in California back then, and I remember binge watching videos on YouTube about the resorts, checking all the rooms, and just being like so invested with it. And it's kind of crazy thinking back at that point, knowing that one day I'd actually end up staying at every single resort that I was watching the videos on. And I feel like it's kind of going to be the same way with a lot of stuff that I'm thinking of and manifesting, the stuff that I'm dreaming of. I do think God's on my side with it, because I've seen countless sign after sign and connection after connection. And I feel like I probably should have shared that with you all. It's going to be a huge miracle. And I'm excited for when it happens. But until that happens, just wanted to say thank you all so much. I just kind of feel like this was kind of a big moment, because I finally stayed at all the Disney World properties. I don't want to take any moment for granted. And back to what I was saying about when I feel like I kind of like left behind. So after my stay at the Riviera Resort, literally on the day that I checked out, I flew out on the west side of the country because I was seeing family. And this was the first time that I'd seen a bunch of them for a while. And it was also the first time in a while that my family like also there at the same time. So I was spending a lot of time with my cousins, and I left that trip feeling different. Like, it reminded me of who I was. It reminded me of just how valuable other things in life are besides luxury. Because don't get me wrong, I love the Disney luxury and I love everything about Disney, but at the end of the day, it's really just about the experiences and the memories that you make with, you know, your friends and family. And not to say I'm not gonna stop going to Disney because of that, but I'm just saying that trip kind of opened my eyes to something. It kind of shifted something in me. Like, I left that trip feeling like I was missing my family. Like, I remember leaving that trip right after, just missing my family, just missing, you know, getting to spend quality time with them. Because I have a really fun family, and I'm grateful for every moment that I've spent with them. And that's something that I don't take for granted at all. So yeah, I guess that's kind of everything I needed to say. Another thing I want to give a call out for is I want to thank you to my mom, my sister, my Grammy for always being there for me. I want to thank my friends and family that are watching everything and kind of just seeing everything unfold and just kind of just like watching out for me. I want to thank you guys so much. Not just for everything you've done in my life prior to everything here, but also just everything now. I also want to thank my dad for everything as well. I'm grateful for every sign and connection that I've come across. And I'm grateful for all of you guys that are tuning into the channel, liking these reviews, and I'm glad to see that you're enjoying the stuff that I'm making. Thank you all so much. Really, thank you all so much. Love you guys, and thanks for watching, everyone, and I will catch you in the next video. Play the outro.
If you liked this review, check out some other properties that I've done a review on this channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. But only if you want to. Over and out.